Hey guys, this is your girl Kimora Coxx and I'm back with another video, guys. Back with another video. So basically in this video, I'm gonna be walking up to people here in this mall and asking them what are their biggest fears. I'm gonna walk up to a person, it's gonna be a public interview, and I'm gonna say, what is your biggest fear? And they're gonna tell me what's their biggest fears. So let's get started with the video. Let's jump right into the video, guys. So tell me, what is your biggest fear?
To be honest, it's not really more of a big fear. I have multiple fears.
Okay.
One of them is waking up in the morning and really like realizing like, why did I wake up? Like,
right.
What am I here for? Cause
right.
I honestly feel like that there's nothing here for me. Like, the people that say they love me really don't love me. Right. They want to see me down and up.
But you should do the opposite of what they're trying to do to you. When they are pulling you down, you need to rise up and don't feed into that energy.
Absolutely.
Do not feed into the negative energy.
Me, I'm a person that I'd rather give to you than you give to me, and I wouldn't expect nothing from you. Right. That's just the person I am. Right. But everybody just takes. Right. Never gives. Right. Then they come at me for when I cut them off, or I tell them like, nah. Right. I don't want to do this no more. Right. Right. But it's like, I don't know. And now that I have a son on the way, it's like more problems and more shit is adding on. But everybody wants to come to me for their problems, but never ask me like, what are you going through? What's on your mind? Exactly. Like, take stress off of me, but they want to add it on. Right. And it's like, I don't know. And now that I'm currently homeless, it's like... Trust me, I've been homeless too. Yeah. Mm-hmm. And it's like, see, now we could really relate on something right now. Mm-hmm. But it's like, the shelters, they don't really help you how they say they do. Right. The people in there are just... ugh. And it's like, why do you live like this? Like, you should want better for yourself. Exactly. But it's like, but when I come to say something or tell people like, this is how I feel, they always make it like, oh, why are you being self-centered? Why are you being selfish? Right. Like, get over yourself, grow up. Right. But it's like, sometimes it's not even just about like what you want. It's more of like how you feel. How you feel, right? That's true. And I feel like honestly, it's days where I wake up and I'm like, I'm losing it. Right. I'm losing. You shouldn't. You should just stay busy, stay active. Like, yeah. Are you currently working? Currently, yes. Okay, good. Just save your money, stack your paper, and hopefully the shelter that you are staying in, tell them that you would like to get some housing or some Section 8, and they could possibly put you into housing. Here's where for like it's not really how they say they did. Right. Because where you from? I'm from the Bronx. Oh, okay. Well, I'm from here, Jersey City, New Jersey. And like, I always never wanted to go to the shelter. Right. But my family kept telling me, go to the shelter, it's gonna help you, especially with the pandemic, this and that. Right. But when I actually went, I really went to see what it really is. And it's not that. Right. It's not. First off, they don't help you how they want to. Right. They treat you like an animal. You know, like they don't treat you with respect. They don't treat you how people should be treated. And it's like, and the whole system behind it is just corrupt. Well, I wouldn't talk for all the shelters, but the one I'm currently housed in, St. Lucia Shelter, it's terrible. It's terrible. It's terrible. Like, do they feed you 3 meals a day? I mean, yeah, but like, let's say, okay, the bathroom situation. Right. There's 3 porta potties and none of them work. Really? 3 toilets and only one of them works. That's horrible. They don't clean and wash them how they're supposed to do routinely. And they wash it with hand sanitizer. That's not good. Did you ever hear that? No, I never seen that. I heard that in my life. No. And then you got people, I don't mean to discuss nobody, but they got people shitting and throwing up on stuff. That's horrible. Like, then you got people in the dorms pissing in bottles, throwing it out the window, like smoking and all that extra stuff. Like, what's going like? That's horrible. That's horrible. And then when I come to speak out on it, it's like, it's a problem. Yeah, it's a problem. Make it seem like, oh, I'm trying to go against the grain or nothing. But no, it's like, it's this problem. Either you fix it or it's going to be. So tell me, so is that one of your biggest fears? It's not caring and not helping others? Yes, that is actually. Sometimes you got to put all that energy you put into others into yourself. Absolutely. And I have realized for myself,
when I put energy into myself, I'm actually growing, and I'm so much happier. Like, don't look happy.
Yeah, you do. When you pulled up on me,
yes, I'm like very happy because I'm putting all my energy and my time into myself. You have to, thank you. You have to focus on yourself if you want to grow in life.
Absolutely.
But this is the end of this clip. I'm gonna shout you out.
Thank you.
Yes. So thank you for doing this part with me.
Anytime.
What is your biggest fear?
My biggest fear for me would be losing my mother. I know it's like a basic type of thing, you know. People say, "Oh, it's going to happen. It's inevitable." But still, you know, I'm not at the moment. I wouldn't say I'm in that right mindset.
Right.
But when the time does come, you know, it'll happen, and I'll probably be ready for it.
Really? So that's one of your biggest fears is I'm losing your mom.
Yeah. So like basically I've already lost my grandmother, to be honest. A couple years back.
I'm so sorry to hear that.
That's fine. Thank you. But that was like the biggest challenge. That really made my mindset change on Danny.
But losing your grandmother, did it make you more grateful?
It did, actually.
Doesn't it make you more grateful at life, on having everyone inside, anybody that's in your life, you don't take them for granted?
Definitely. I would never take anybody for granted after losing my grandmother, because my grandmother was the one person that taught me peacefulness and restfulness. And I tell you that peace is really number one in my life.
Right.
Ever since then, it's like number one.
That's amazing. I want to say thank you for doing this video.
No problem.
Thank you so much. So tell me, what is your biggest fear?
I'm really afraid of small, tight spaces. So like anytime I'm in one of those predicaments, I start getting real jittery. So like it just kind of affects me. I don't really know why. So like say I'm in an elevator and there's like people all around me.
Right.
I will get off on the next floor because I just don't like that space.
You don't like to be cluttered.
Yeah.
Right. Wow. So is that one of your biggest fears?
Yeah.
It is.
Like I actually don't ride elevators if there's too many people.
You always take the stairs.
Yeah.
Just like me.
I risk it.
That's good. Thank you so much for doing this.
No problem.
Thank you. What is your biggest fear?
My biggest fear is not what you want to talk about.
Yeah.
My biggest fear, I ain't doing that in this goddamn world.
Just tell me.
My biggest fear is not being a good parent.
Not being a good parent.
Yeah, being an absentee parent. That's my biggest fear. You know what I mean? For me personally.
Right.
And the reason why is because your children are your children.
Right.
And when you don't, when you pass up the opportunity to be a good parent,
Right.
that's my biggest fear. Because you allow everything else to go into your children, and then you have the nerve to complain. It's like one time there was a deadbeat dad.
Right.
Right?
Right.
And this is what this nigga said to me.
What?
He said, I put that on my kids.
Wow.
And I said,
Don't ever say that.
well,
Right.
the thing about it is that he didn't give a fuck about his kids.
Right.
And so for him to say to me, I put that on my kids, that made the bet even worse.
Right. It does. It
Because
does.
you have no value in your children. So for me, it's being an absentee parent.
Right.
Not being a good parent.
So your job is to be the best parent that you can be.
Yes. You know what I mean? Yes. But you know what the best parent is to be. You know, the best parent to me is teaching your children how to love.
Yes. That's all you got to do is love one another.
Yes, teaching them how to love. You know what I mean? No matter what. But for me, my biggest fear is the absentee parent.
Absentee parent.
Yeah.
You always want to be in the picture.
Yeah, because the bottom line is like, it's like you a baby daddy, but you tell the woman that don't let this nigga say nothing to your kids, but you ain't involved in it.
Exactly.
But here you got a motherfucker that's in this person's life and being a good person, being a role model to these children, but you want to be an absentee father and dictate from the side what the fuck this other person should and should not do to your children that you really don't give a fuck about.
Exactly. That is so true.
So that's what I mean by the absentee father.
Thank you so much.
For me.
Yes. Okay, Tanya. So tell me, what is your biggest fear?
That the world won't get back to the way it was before coronavirus.
Really? So you want everything to go back normal again?
Yes, I do.
Really? You're not really liking this whole coronavirus thing?
No, absolutely not. Mostly, I would like for the children to go back to school, and not for babysitting purposes, but for their socialization.
Right.
Yeah,
and get out the house.
Yes.
So you can go back to work and make some money.
Yes, definitely. Definitely that part.
Yes, ma'am. Thank you, Tanya, for doing this.
Welcome.
And you have a wonderful, blessed day.
You do the same. Thank you.
All right, Supreme. So tell me, what is your biggest fear?
biggest fear is not being able to have kids.
Now what?
Not being able to have kids.
Not being able to have kids.
Yeah, that's it.
Really? Well, you can have kids now, right?
I can, but like, what about like riding a bike or something, or I get kicked in the nuts or something, I can't have kids anymore.
Really? So that's really one of your biggest fears, not able to have children?
Yeah, that's about it. That's it.
You couldn't give me more in depth, something more juicier than that?
No, I just want to have kids because I feel like I'm elite. Like I'm
okay.
Top dog.
Like you feel like you're the top dog.
Yeah.
So how many
I feel
kids?
like my kids be better than me, so I need to have kids.
Right. So how many kids do you want to have?
Probably 4.
Four children?
Yeah, 4 or 3.
How old are you now?
19.
You a baby trying to have a baby?
No, I ain't trying to have a baby now. I'm just saying. I don't want to lose the ability to have kids.
Right. Well, thank you, Brother Supreme. You was a good, I don't know, you was a great candidate. Thank you so much. Leah, tell me, what is your biggest fear?
Well, my biggest fear is to die. I have kids, I have a family. I am scared to go and not know what is hereafter. I do believe in God, but that's quite a scary thing to know that we will leave and can't come back to see people, or they don't know how we're doing.
Really?
Yes.
But you know, life is only a transition.
Yes, I do know
Death
that.
is only a transition.
Yes.
So there's really nothing to really be fear of.
Yes. I know it's easier said than done, but that's like one of my biggest fears.
Really?
Yes.
Well, thank you so much for being a great sport.
Thank you.
Thank you so much, girl. Tell me, what is your biggest fear?
Yeah, my biggest fear is not to choose a wrong partner for the rest of my life.
Choosing the wrong partner for the rest of your life?
Yes.
So you want to make sure that you're going to be with somebody forever?
Yes, somebody who, I want the right person for me, so that's what I'm doing.
Good, that's good. Great. Okay, tell me, what is your biggest fear?
My biggest fear is to raise my kids with my wife and find the right person in the future. To be a great man in life and teach my kid a nice thing.
Okay, is to be a great parent.
Be a great parent, yeah, sure.
Okay, great. Thank you so much. Chrissy, tell me, what is your biggest fear?
Anything with the ocean. I don't know how to swim. So
Really?
I've never learned since I was little. And I'm literally scared of water. If it's like going on a boat, even going to the beach with my friends, I don't want to because I don't want to be anywhere near water.
Right.
Like even a pool I'm kind of not comfortable with. So anything with like water.
Really? Thank you so much, and you was a great sport. Thanks. Shauna, tell me, what is your biggest fear?
I'd have to say my biggest fear is sharks. I love the ocean and I love swimming in it, but there's always kind of that thing in the back of my mind that even if I'm in shallow water, I'm just afraid of getting bit or eaten by a shark.
Right.
That's my biggest fear.
So that's your biggest fear?
Yeah, I think I watched Jaws too young.
Too much Jaws,
Too much Jaws, yeah.
Yes, ma'am. Well, thank you so much, and you was a great sport. Pound on that. Yay! Alright guys, so this is the end of the video. I want to give a huge shout out to everybody that I recorded today. Thank you so much for subscribing. I want to thank everybody that I recorded. Thank you so much, guys. Y'all was a great sport. Some of y'all was shy, some of y'all was very confident. But I want to give a shout out to all of you guys. Thank you so much. This is the end of the video. I want to say thank you for watching. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe for the next video. I'm trying to stay more consistent. I think I'm gonna drop a video every other day or every 2 days or so. So I'm pushing this content for you guys. Make sure y'all like, comment, and subscribe. God bless y'all. Stay blessed. Make sure y'all take care of yourselves. And I'm gonna see you on the next video. I love you guys so much. Mwah. Good night, guys. Bye-bye.